Kenny Wharton. Allon is free again here. Well found, but couldn't control it. Robert Wilson for Luton. Foul by number 10, Kevin Scott. Free kick to Luton. Mark Steen to Tim Breaker. Now Joby's there, number 8. He couldn't gather it. And here's Darren Jackson. He's got Joe Allon up front with him. 2 against 2 for the moment. Here's Joe Allon. 2-0. Didn't he take that well? Lovely side foot finish by this 20-year-old. Joe Allon's second goal, set up by Darren Jackson and beautifully taken. That's the way to play when it's 2 against 1 there. And that's the way to score. This is Darren Jackson, and again Joe Allon is hovering on this side of the field. Here he is, and he got his shot in there too. Well, so far his performance is the difference between the two teams. 2 well-taken goals. As Luton make a substitution on the far side, Breaker has gone off and Rob Johnson has come back on. Here's Nwajobi. He hits the plexiglass. Darren Jackson takes on Johnson and beats him. But Johnson recovered well. Here's Donaghy. Luton 2-0 down, remember. Donaghy comes forward for them. Here's Steen. Steen trying to fool the goalkeeper. He's taken a long time over it, but what a good goal by Mark Steen, showing his skill on this sort of surface. Plenty of practice, of course, at Kenilworth Road on a pitch not unlike this, but he steered that one in, and it's back at 2-1. Luton have made a couple of substitutions in the last few seconds, in fact, but look at the way he waltzed through here past the keeper. But here's Donaghy, who's come forward well in this second half for Luton. Here's Newell. Good save by Martin Thomas, and no penalty, surely, yes. The defender who kicked the ball off the line, Peter Jackson, did so from inside the shaded zone. That's a penalty. Didn't have much choice, mind you, after the ball was running behind the goalkeeper. But a penalty it is. Can Luton equalise? Mike Newell. 2-2. What a good comeback here. Luton are level after being 2-0 down. Newell from a penalty. But here's a chance for Newcastle with Peter Jackson. Allon! No! Peter Jackson, yes! Newcastle are back in front. Peter Jackson makes it 3-2. He initiated that attack himself. He found Joe Allon, the boards, the goalkeeper, and then Peter Jackson made sure. Good running by the number 5. He kept into an advanced position there and just finished it off nicely. Less than 3 minutes to go. Can Luton come back again? One of the most exciting matches we've seen so far, this one, and it's keeping things bubbling in Group B. That's Darren Jackson to Allon. Kenny Wharton. Darren Jackson again. Oh, he scored! No trouble at all into the far corner from the Scot, Darren Jackson, to make it 4-2 to Newcastle. North not really covering that far post. And Jackson saw the gap and found it. Oldfield. Breaker. Still Tim Breaker. So Luton are back where they were now, 2 goals adrift after getting back on terms. The ball there was kicked from 1/3 of the pitch to the other without bouncing in the centre zone, and that means an indirect free kick to the opposing side, in this case to Luton. It's McAvoy. Oldfield to Steen, and a chance for Breaker, hits the post. Oldfield scores. 4-3. Good stuff here. David Oldfield for Luton Town. They were rewarded for having players forward there. Breaker hit the post and Oldfield scored from the rebound. Nwajobi has come back on as Luton throw everything forward in the last couple of minutes. It's 4-3, and Ian Bogie has come on for Newcastle United, a 19-year-old we haven't seen much of before. He's wearing number 4 there, playing up front. And he'll need to do a bit of running too, because Joe Allon has gone off. And Luton are not finished yet. Here's Breaker again. Now Joby. So 4-3 Newcastle is the state of play. McAvoy for Luton. Steen, no, McAvoy's shot. Breaker! He's got it. Tim Breaker has got it. It's 4-4. Luton's second comeback of the night from a 2-goal deficit. All in the same half of this exciting match. Breaker the scorer. Just showing how you can take advantage when the ball comes back off the boards in this game. 4 goals each here.
No more goals in that tremendous seesaw match. That's how it stayed. 4 goals all. So Luton were out and Newcastle United went on to face Nottingham Forest in the final game in Group B, and the winners of that would go through to the playoff.
Nigel Clough able to turn. Such a lot of experience about this Nottingham Forest 6 tonight. Here's Method. Oh, what a marvellous goal. Well, there was the experience. Right at the start from Nottingham Forest. Beautifully played through by Nigel Clough, and Method hardly seemed to look up. He knew exactly where the goals were. One look at the ball and right into the corner. Clough, first time for Webb. Just to check back. And Nigel Clough. Faced by Scott. Oh, Method! Yes, Neil Webb. Again, Nigel Clough was the provider. Method's shot came back off the boards. Perfect height though for Neil Webb to head Forest's second goal. Wharton for Newcastle. Darren Jackson, who's just come on as a substitute. Wharton might steal in here, couldn't quite get around Neil Webb. Oh yes, buried. Scott pulls a goal back, this 19-year-old centre-half. Another of the Newcastle youngsters who'd come down for this tournament in Manchester. And again, the ball coming back kindly off the boards there. Absolutely buried it past Hans Segers. Johnny Method. Oh, lovely ball to find Neil Webb, who tries to pick out Clough. Oh, so sweet, so simple. And it's the same trio that got the last goal for Nottingham Forest. This time the roles are different. Method to Webb, Webb to Clough, and that's 3-1 to Nottingham Forest. Clough, Walker, back heel. Oh, cheeky by Walker. Well, the defender was in the penalty area, in the goalkeeper's zone, and that'll be a penalty to Nottingham Forest. Lovely cheeky little back heel there though by Des Walker, which almost brought goal number 4. The penalty to be taken by Method, and it's 4-1.
So Forest well in command at half-time, leading by 4 goals to 1, and things got worse for Newcastle in the second half. The final score, Newcastle United 1, Nottingham Forest 9, and that included a hat-trick for Johnny Method, a record scoreline in soccer.